Well, it wasn't that long ago that parents and teachers alike were happy to have police officers in schools.
But now the Cincinnati School Board is looking at whether it's necessary because of the signal some people think it sends. Here's Brad Underwood.
The police are not an entity that we need in our public schools.
During this week's Cincinnati School Board meeting, current and former students, parents, and teachers call for the removal of police from schools.
You owe it to your students, especially your black and brown students, to not only ties with the police, but also publicly denounce them.
Because of the comments, board member Ben Lindy is asking the administration to take a look at the current situation, other options, and then compare.
And what are some ideas that we haven't tried before that we could try? What are the trade-offs associated with those different ideas? Maybe where we wind up is exactly where we are today. Maybe we come up with something we've never thought of before. I'm not sure.
The current situation is 16 Cincinnati police officers serve as school resource officers covering 52 CPS schools, plus other public and parochial schools in the city.
The SROs in this unit go above and beyond to try to make sure that young people feel safe.
Officer Eddie Hawkins used to be in the school full-time as an SRO. Now he mainly coordinates police youth programs working with kids year-round.
Our main goal is to come up with solutions as opposed to arrests.
As districts in Columbus and Pittsburgh begin looking at alternatives to police officers in school, Taft social studies teacher Ben Jarvis is calling on the school board to do the same.
The image of a police officer with a gun in their school, it creates a totally different environment, and it sends a totally different message to kids.
Instead of SROs, Jarvis says using the security guards already at the school is the way to go, and he wants more mental health resources for kids.
They end up taking the role of a social worker or a psychologist or something like that, and they're not trained for that.
Hawkins disagrees. He says more than half of the SROs have backgrounds in social work, education, and psychiatry.
I can't say how you should feel about my profession. I can only ask you to treat me as I treat you. And I think a lot of our young people that know who we are treat us in that fashion.
Brad Underwood, Local 12 News.
Several parents said if resource officers are removed, they want the money to go back to the schools, but it should be noted, CPS doesn't pay for the officers, the city does.
From